Oh, shucks. I goofed. I forgot to bring down my clamp for the bone. So now I'm going to have to get creative and just use this other clamp and lay it up here in the hopes that it's not going to fall off during violent cat visitations, which is always a possibility. Right, Gemma? How's that? Is it upside down, right side up? Does it matter? Hear you. There we go. That's not too bad. It's upside down, but I don't care. Or do I? Do I care? Yeah. Dang it. Did a dang a dang a diggy 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 dang. How's that? Oh yeah. Gemma, are you ready to bug my butt? She is. She's been waiting. I haven't drawn on this board in like over a month. I've been using the attic studio. But tonight I felt like doing this one down here. Ooh. Ooh. Technical difficulties. This is not going to be... Oh, Lord. Couldn't possibly end well. But now we're going to have a happy ending after all that. Maybe. Oh, look at the detail on my hand. That's really nice. Okay. Gemma, are you ready to sit here and draw with me? You are? Uh-oh. Whenever I go below a certain degree of tilt, I lose all faith in my own abilities. Scoot, scoot. Scoot, scoot. Okay, we can live with that. Scoot, scoot. We're going to do a time lapse too. So tonight... Tonight, what are we doing tonight? What are we doing? We're buying time, trying to remember. Oh, I'm going to do artist at board. Artist at board, aka board artist. This is how artists fill up their time in this measly, peasly, infinitesimal grain of sand existence. We pritter away on pieces of pulp. Imagine if I was a caveman, I'd be flinging my own poo at a wall right now, trying to draw a cow. My fellow caveman would tell me that the drawing really stank. All right, so I'm loading. I took some reference pics. What I really want to create here is a classic artist at drawing board image, like the old school comic book artists created. So the pics I took are actually in the attic studio. And whoa, Lord have mercy. Look at these hairs, Gemma. I thought you were done with all your shedding, but you're not. I'm going to start a wig factory, I swear. Oh, look at that belly. Look at that belly. Gemma. I love this guy when he's at his board. Hey, look, there's kibbles. Look. You forgot these kibbles. Well, you better get them before Munch does. You better get these kibbles. So most of the comic book artists that I grew up enjoying, they all at some point or another did a self-portrait of themselves surrounded by a lot of their character creations around a drawing board of some sort. I'll have to do one for my Clown Rebellion characters. Look at all this. Where are you bringing this? I didn't bring my brush down, so it looks like this hat is serving a dual purpose. Okay, enough of this talk. It's filling up space. I've got like all these sort of bins of things. I really kind of jerry-rigged my pimped out attic studio with just a bunch of stuff. And some of it is non-essential. Just doodars and knickknacks and thingamabobs and stuff like that. But then other stuff is stuff that's got to be part of the creative process. So this, for instance, right now I'm penciling this. It was a bank deposit box that my grandmother used to use when she worked at a bank, or her sister used it because it said Cumberland. I think it was Cumberland, but I've been using it as a container for pencils, markers, brushes, whatever, just all kinds of stuff over the years. So I screwed it to this drawing board, my main studio board. So it's filled with Sharpies and little nubs of pencils and carpenter's pencils that I usually get for free working various electrical jobs. Carpenters always seem to pitch the little nubs, but I like the little like this. It's just the right size, you know. I don't know why a carpenter necessarily needs one that's really huge. Okay. The other thing I refuse to do for this drawing, because I'm stubborn and I don't need to explain my actions to anybody, so that's why I'm going to tell you, whoever you are. Who are you? I'm not even going to talk to you if you don't know who you are. Anyway, or am I talking to myself? You know what? I'm never going to speak again. Vow of silence begins right. Oh, but before I do, okay, so getting back to what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to use a roller. Ha! Thought I forgot what I was not going to do, didn't you? I didn't. I just was creating a moment of acute suspense. So I don't know if I can even fit myself in this drawing at this point, but. I don't look at myself that often, but I know what I look like because I used to do self-portraits a long time ago. It's kind of part of the process, I think, of a lot of artists go through a phase where they're trying to figure out who the heck they are and where they stand in relationship to everything else in the universe. So yeah, I mean, I could draw myself blindfolded, I guess. Huh. I did kind of trim my beard recently, but I'm more of a fan of when I have a sloppy ass beard than one that's on neat and GQ looking, because GQ just is not. It's not my vibe. Not that I even necessarily have a vibe, but if I did have a vibe, it would not be GQ. Maybe that's what I meant to say. So I don't use erasers too often, but I like to talk about not using erasers, but I do in fact use them, damn it. So let's just not bring in the lie detector and the interrogators, because I will confess right now. Gemma. My number one interrogators here. I use this little jar for my ink. So I thought, yeah, let's just kind of toss that in there. I'm not really planning this out too well, am I? But Gemma's here, so. Aren't you? Huh? I see you trying to mess me up. Thought I forgot about this pencil sharpener, didn't I? And how it doesn't really work too well. You see how difficult she makes it on me? I mean, I'm just blown away at how persistent she is with her other thing that she loves to do is Gemma is a huge, I'm not using a ruler, but I'm going to draw a ruler right here. Gemma loves to follow the arrow when I'm using the mouse on the computer. Don't you, Gemma? And she likes to watch hockey and follow the puck. And just about any other sporting event where there's some kind of action and there's players on the screen that appear. See, you get knocked in the schnout because you're right there where I gotta be, kid. When there's like soccer players kicking a ball around, she recognizes that because she's always grown up since she's been domesticated, because she did live outdoors for 2.5 years. But since she's been an indoor cat with a home, and she's been able to study other cats that play and do normal domesticated things, she recognizes that balls and pucks and things of that nature and the athletes on the screen are doing something fun, and it's almost like she just wants to kind of join along. Right, Gemma? She sure do. She sure do. You gonna let me draw your brother, the wolf? I like how certain objects create this optical illusion where they don't look like they're correct in space, but they are. And this is one of them, this Mac Mini. Well, my lips are too big, so I look like I might have some African American, which is fine because I think we all go back to Africa at some point, don't we? Or at least that's what scientists say. Not the kind of scientists I subscribe to. Damn racist. No matter where you go, you can't get away from them. Anyway, my eyes are not quite right. I can fix this in the inking phase. Maybe not. Oh, am I allowed to use blue? I can't remember. I had a rule about that. Yeah. So there's another. I gotta X out this pica. I gotta. How do I get out of here? Oh, I'm not used to Windows computers anymore, so it's like whenever I try to use one, it feels foreign. Oh, hold it. No, not what I wanted. Gosh, I can't stand Windows computers. Have I ever talked about that? There we go. There's my buddy Wolfie. There's your brother. With his ears pinned back. It's like Crazy Cat from George Harriman's classic character. The tail's bent, but that's what the picture shows. So you could really see how George Harriman was probably inspired by just observations of real felines and their movements. And he said, "Oh, that's really cute how they do that thing with their tail bending, like almost at a right angle to itself." Right, Gemma? Gemma, Gemma. What are you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Well, I'll have to do another one because I'm not happy with this one at all. And Gemma, I gotta say, I think I have to blame you again, girl. You messing me up. But I'm gonna go ahead and consider this a rough draft loosening up of kind of a thing. I actually didn't really prepare at all for this tonight. It was a whim. A whim. Things that have straight lines for 1,000, Alex. Well, it's hard to do a straight line with this girl around. Yeah. Jumping in, little saboteur. We don't need no rulers. Don't need no stinking rulers. Rulers are for losers. Now that's a motto I can get behind. A bumper sticker, a protest sign. What can we do to make this happen? Rulers are for losers. I'm trying to be really conscious in my old age of coloring, because coloring has been the bane of my existence. I am not a colorer. It's a struggle. Many an hour I've toiled. Come on, you, Gemma. I challenge any other artist out there to work under these conditions. Whew. Well, it ain't perfect, but good enough for government work anyway. Lord have mercy, our government. Don't get me started. So bearing in mind that coloring is, sometimes, not always, but sometimes a part of the process, I'm trying to get better at closing lines so that I can use that beautiful bucket fill option, or at least just en masse with the Procreate blibbity blop slop into a certain area without having to worry about leakage. Boy, this is really, I might need a doctor, I'm not sure. But when you close the lines, right, then you're like sparing yourself all kinds of heartache. Because trying to close lines post facto, ugh. It's a hassle, because then you have to seek out where is my opening, and so it's not always evident where your opening is. Right, Gemma? You could have an open little area on a minuscule level, like right here, I just noticed this little teeny, but if you don't close that, it ain't gonna work. So, but I try not to let these things bug my butt too much because at least it can be corrected, I guess. Oh, what's the matter, sweetheart? I hear you, buddy. Oh, that's Cubby. Hey, Cubby, what's up, bud? Gosh darn it. So this bank box that was used for deposits is pretty cool, but it's a little bit rusty. So I've been thinking for the past couple years, I might do like a restoration. There used to be a TV show, I don't know if it's still on, called American Restoration. It was pretty cool. This guy would break down anything, a jukebox, a motorcycle, a vintage ice chest, all kinds of stuff. And just by watching that show, it made me realize, oh, well, I shouldn't be that worried about something as simple as a metal box, because rust can, I can sandblast, really. Well, my phone hasn't crashed yet, but I'm expecting it to, because I've had issues. So I might actually lose this live stream, which isn't going to hurt anybody's feelings, I don't think. I could be wrong. Okay. Like I said, no rulers, no rulers, no erasers, no. All right, that could get kind of annoying. I definitely think I should start my own society, though. I read a couple books on cult leaders, and I think I'm qualified now. Okay. No rulers, no rulers. Struggle. Okay, I think we need at least one more cat. What do you think? Maybe a cat down here. Who's crying? Cubby, is that you, buddy? Coffee break. All right, straight lines are done. That means, I could put a ruler on any one of these lines and it would be perfectly straight. I'm 0% convinced of that. But anyway, now for the fun part. AKA the sloppy part. Tigger, you gonna come up, buddy? I just drew a picture of you. Come on up and see. Here he comes. Here's my bud. Mm-hmm. That's my buddy. Look up here, Tiggs. Look. Did you see up there? Oh, did you see up there? So handsome. Look at you. He took a bath. He's all fresh and clean. Everybody got a bath. My buddy Tigger, he's indoor-outdoor, so of course, all the fleas decided to hatch while I was working out of town. And I came home and everybody was itching. So I said, all right, let's do it. Bust out the Dawn. I practiced on a couple rubber duckies. I pretended that they were victims of the Exxon Valdez spill. Hey, you. You got to really rub-a-dub-dub when you got cats in the tub. You going to jump it up? Okay. Here we go. It's going to get messy, Tiggs. Whoops. It's going to get messy. Hey, I don't know if I have enough ink in this thing, man. What you doing? What you doing? I know if I wanted to draw neater, I could. And there's a lot of artists out there that when they do the brush work, they take a really long time and their stuff looks perfect. But I lack the patience. So I do fast and loose and sloppy. And sometimes I lose track of my shapes. So I guess when it comes to coloring these brushwork critters, there's almost no way around. You have to kind of fill in. Oh, one down, one down. I can't remember. Oh. Well, did I mess up? No. I do like to take chances, like inking. It's kind of part of the fun for me. I mean, when I say take chances, it's like I don't always pencil everything. So that's what I mean by taking chances inking, is I'm sort of trying to use my memory to fill in the blanks where maybe I should have spent more time penciling. And that's always problematic. I think artists from the past would be really jealous of the fact that we have these devices, our cell phones and whatnot, where we can seemingly at will capture a moment or a creature, There's my George Harriman tail. Right, Tiggs? The Attic Studio Cats, because there's a group that like to hang out in the attic. They're less invasive. That's because I yelled at Wolfie one night, and I think it spooked. The objective is to try to simplify every line, really. I mean, if you can get away with capturing the essence of something with 3 lines, right? Then why would you ever use 7 lines? I mean, the least number of legs that a chair needs is 3. So maybe every drawing could just have 3 lines. That would be great. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Every drawing, every painting on Earth, this is a rule when I become universal dictator. You shall have no more than 3 lines per drawing. Some people will say, well, that limits our options. Okay, well, if you can't do it in 3 lines or less, then you have no talent, and what you're trying to say isn't worth listening to. That's just the way I feel. Well, I pulled that off. I had gone over with one of my perfectly straight lines down here. And as a result of going over there, I'm running out of ink. This might come down to the very last drop. I hear that, boy. My buddy Cubby. One thing nice about having a biggish nose is that it's a lot of fun to draw. Really. And anyway, I don't know, it seems like people with insecurities about how they look, and I know that obviously there are some people that are definitely Quasimodo level, and it's really tough to get over that, but I think a lot of so-called average looking people have more interesting features than your models and your GQ dudes. So I feel really lucky that I got this interesting nose. Running out of ink. Munchkin, look at you. You're so funny. I thought Gemma was the only saboteur. She said, no, I'm going to join this club. I'm going to join the sabotage club. Woo! Really took a chance with that line. Really took a chance with that line. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the kind of collarbone I've always wanted to draw. Look at this muscle. Look at this manly bicep. Holy cow. Frank Frazetta, eat your heart out. Oh, never mind. He's dead. Well, anybody who thinks they have Frank Frazetta style biceps, eat your heart out. Unless you're not hungry or you feel that's cause for, to attack and you're going to come beat me up, in which case I retract respectfully. So yes, how few lines can we use to complete the same I screwed the pooch on that one, but pooches need to be screwed. They're, you know, my feeling is, why have a pooch if you can't screw it? That's just the way my cats like to talk when there's no pooch around. Running out of ink. Whew. I was hoping I was going to be able to tie that in. I mean, I didn't dwell on it. I just... Lord, have mercy on my soul. Just enough ink. Love it when a plan comes together. Well, this drawing's got to be over an hour now. There she is. I knew you'd be back. Jama. Hey, that was rude. Hey, get off of there. I love how in the old days they had these like built-in little divots where you'd store your pencils and stuff and drawing boards. You're unbelievable, Gemma. You unbelievable. Carry me away, captivity. Just enough ink. Just enough ink. Gemma, don't you act like you're not causing trouble. Getting all affectionate, rubbing up against me like, it's okay if I mess you up. It's okay. No, it's not okay, Gemma. You trying to mess me up. You are. Off. Off. East. What do other people do on a Saturday night? I wonder. Saturday, right? Today, Friday. Today's Friday? Wow. Good time to crap my pants. That's much better. Doesn't look like Wolfie that much. No, Gemma. Gemma. No. 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 You're being bad, Gemma. I'm not being bad. I do what I want. This is my house. Well, it ain't perfect. Nothing is. But for the amount of time invested in it, it at least sort of, kind of, sort of close to what I was looking for. Not quite. I want to do a really big one is what I want to do. But I can't ever seem to fit anything onto whatever size paper I choose anyway. So it's like pointless. All right, Dan. Let's take a look at this saboteur here. Gemma, I'm talking to you. Look how innocent she looks. And I know you're the one that knocked Betty Boop off the table. I know you are. Gemma, you have to be the one. You knocked Betty Boop off the table. You got some goop in your eyeball. There we go. So innocent. All right, time to end this We're going to enter the tunnel of infinity. Woo! Luke, you've got to fire now or we're never going to blow up the Death Star.
Okay, guys, I think I got it. And beep, beep,